Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your comments, and thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. This video is just to thank you for verifying our support for Africa. And this is response to the video of the man from Bantu City Diaries who said that Africans don't help each other, but Black Americans have helped Africa beginning in the 1900s, when 1920s, when they were barely out of slavery and they were trying to help Africa, trying to unite with Africa for the greater good of the Black race. It cannot be done because, first of all, they don't appreciate what Black Americans do, and that's been proven over and over again. Someone from Philadelphia wrote that at their church, they go on Saturday mornings and make sanitary pads for African girls. In our sorority and our church, we have made those sanitary garments for African girls to wear so they can go to school. Also, our sorority did pillowcase dresses for African children so that the girls can go to school and have something nice to wear. But somebody also reminded me of We Are the World from 1983, when Ethiopia had the famine and they got together and made the album We Are the World. The We Are the World album was released on April the 5th, 1985. It was created shortly after the recording of the single We Are the World, which took place on January 28th, 1985. The album was created to raise money for USA for Africa, a charity initiative formed to provide famine relief primarily for Ethiopia, which was experiencing a devastating famine at the time. The song We Are the World alone raised more than $60 million for African famine relief. The album itself sold over 3 million copies, contributing additional millions to the fundraising effort. The project had a massive cultural and humanitarian impact. It united the biggest artists of the era. That's not important. What is important is that the album was made and the money was made as USA Aid for Africa. And it was produced by Quincy Jones, and the song was written by Michael Jackson and Lionel Richie, all foundational Black Americans. Now, that was in 1985. The Ethiopian president has since come out and made disparaging remarks about Black Americans, which shows again that they don't appreciate anything Black Americans do for them. Even during their fight with Italy during the 1940s, when Italy was trying to colonize Ethiopia, a Black American, Tuskegee Airman, went to Ethiopia and helped them to form their Air Force. Also, Black Americans were lining up in Harlem to sign up to go to Ethiopia to help them fight Italians, but the American government would not let them go. You understand? But Africa does not appreciate anything that Black Americans do. They only appreciate what white people do, even though white people are the source of their discontent. but they appreciate what white people do. When they come here, they come to America after Black Americans fought to change the American immigration laws so more Black people could come. They come here and try to align themselves with white people. They don't appreciate anything Black Americans do, and that is why Black Americans want to delineate from them. So I even heard an African woman say, well, if you delineate yourself from the rest of the diaspora, who are you going to have for protection? The same people we've had for protection all the time, ourselves and a few white people, because we certainly haven't gotten any support from them. What have they done to support Black Americans? Not one thing. And now and I forgot to mention that when South Africa was going through their apartheid situation, Black Americans were fighting in America for South Africa. But did we get any appreciation for that? No, we did not. South Africa did the heavy lifting, that is for sure. But they did receive support from the Black American community. Our efforts were crucial in turning apartheid into a global moral crisis and pressuring the United States government to act decisively. And this is from the co pilot. Black Americans played a central, sustained, and often decisive role in South Africa's fight against apartheid. Their activism spanned culture, politics, labor, and international diplomacy. Black Americans helped defeat apartheid through cultural boycotts, sports boycotts, political pressure, labor union activism, civil rights era solidarity, and ideological exchange. Arthur Ashe, Gregory Hines, and other formed artists and athletes against apartheid to push for a cultural boycott of South Africa. Musicians refused to perform there, and actors refused to appear in South African productions. Black musicians also used their art to draw parallels between U.S. racism and apartheid. Max Roach, who is a Black American, wrote We Insist, and Gil Scott Heron wrote From South Africa to South Carolina. These cultural boycotts helped isolate South Africa internationally and made apartheid a mainstream moral issue in the United States. Africans don't appreciate what Black Americans do. I think we need to accept that. And the young people have. And that's why they say these people are nothing but dead weight on us, and we are better off delineating from them. It's really infuriating when you think about the efforts that Black Americans have made after coming out of slavery, after Jim Crow, after all of this, and they say, and it's nothing to them. It's only what the white people do that counts. So they come over here to compete with us, and then they throw shade on us and make disparaging remarks about us. So now they don't know how to build a civilization. They don't know how to get along with each other. They don't know how to build an economy. And so what now? They're trying to get their hands on our reparations. Now they're trying to make us a part of Africa so they can steal our reparations. These people are just anyway. I will leave it to you to make your own decision about them, but thank you for verifying our support for Africa. Okay, have a good day.